What if I told you that just $50 could be the start of your journey to financial freedom? Yeah, you heard that right. 50 bucks. The cost of a dinner out, a couple of movie tickets, or your financial future. Sounds impossible, right? I mean, we see those guys on Wall Street throwing around millions, acting like it's nothing. It makes us think investing is just some exclusive club for the wealthy. But here's the truth. That's complete BS. Today, we're going to shatter that myth and show you how to start investing with just $50, no matter where you are in your financial journey. Whether you're drowning in student loans, working a minimum wage job, or just starting to budget, this video is your roadmap to building wealth. We're talking step-by-step, no-nonsense advice that anyone can follow. If you're tired of feeling like investing is out of reach, this video is about to change your life. They all started somewhere. So if you're ready to take control of your financial future, buckle up because we're about to dive in. Look, I get it. 50 bucks might not seem like a lot. It's not going to buy you a Lamborghini or a beachfront condo in Miami. But here's the thing. Investing isn't about how much you have at the starting line. It's about how consistently you run the race. It's about building a habit, brick by brick, dollar by dollar. Because over time, those small amounts add up to something much bigger. Let's break it down with some quick math. Say you invest just $50 every single month, like clockwork. You put it into a low-cost index fund that tracks the S&P 500, which historically returns an average of 10% per year. After 30 years of this consistent, boring investing, you know what you'd have? Over $113,000. Let me repeat that. Over $100,000, all from investing just 50 bucks a month. That's the power of compound growth, my friends. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Alright, so you're fired up and ready to start investing that $50. But where do you even begin? The world of investing can seem overwhelming at first, with so many options and platforms to choose from. It's easy to feel puzzled or uncertain about where to start. Well, thankfully, gone are the days of needing a personal broker and a fat wallet to even step foot on Wall Street. The traditional barriers to entry have been dismantled. Today, we've got apps and platforms that make investing accessible to everyone, even if you're starting with just a few bucks. These tools have revolutionized the way we approach investing. Let's talk about some of the best beginner-friendly options out there. These platforms are designed to be user-friendly and cater to new investors. First up, we've got Robinhood. You've probably heard of these guys. They're known for their commission-free trading, which means you can buy and sell stocks and ETFs without paying any fees. This feature is particularly beneficial for those who are just starting out and want to maximize their investment. They also offer a user-friendly interface that makes it easy to navigate and understand your investments. That's huge, especially when you're starting small. Every little bit counts, and avoiding fees can help your investments grow faster. Then there's M1 Finance, which is perfect for those who want to set it and forget it. This platform is ideal for investors who prefer a more hands-off approach. M1 Finance specializes in automated investing, so you can create a personalized portfolio of stocks and bonds, and the platform will automatically rebalance it for you. This means you don't have to constantly monitor and adjust your investments. It's like having a personal financial advisor on autopilot. You can relax knowing that your investments are being managed efficiently. If you're someone who struggles with saving, Acorns might be your new best friend. This app is designed to make saving and investing effortless. Acorns rounds up your spare change from everyday purchases and invests it automatically. It's a simple yet effective way to build your investment portfolio without even thinking about it. So, let's say you buy a coffee for $3.50. Acorns will round it up to $4 and invest that extra 50 cents. Over time, these small amounts can add up significantly. With these platforms, you can start investing with confidence, knowing that you have the tools and resources to help you succeed. So what are you waiting for? Start your investment journey today. Now, here's where things get interesting. You've got your $50, you've got your platform, and you're ready to put that money to work. But with so many investment options out there, it can feel like you're staring at a menu in a foreign language. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Since you're starting small, we're going to focus on low-risk, high-growth investments that are perfect for beginners. First up, let's talk about index funds and ETFs, your new best friends in the investing world. Specifically, I want to introduce you to the S&P 500 Index Fund. Think of this as the all-star team of the stock market. It includes the 500 largest publicly traded companies in the US like Apple, Amazon, Google, you name it. Now, instead of trying to pick individual stocks like a contestant on Wall Street Week, an index fund lets you invest in all of them at once. It's called diversification, and it's the key to reducing risk. Instead of putting all your eggs in one basket, you're spreading them out across hundreds of companies. Plus, index funds are incredibly low cost, so you're not losing a big chunk of your returns to fees. This makes them an excellent choice for new investors who want to maximize their gains without getting bogged down by high costs. Next, let's talk about fractional shares. Remember those big-name companies I mentioned earlier like Apple, Amazon, and Tesla? Well, their stock prices can be intimidatingly high, sometimes costing hundreds or even thousands of dollars per share. But here's the cool part. With fractional shares, you can buy a slice of these companies without needing to shell out a fortune. That means your $50 can be split across multiple stocks, giving you instant diversification from day one. Fractional shares allow you to own a piece of high-value stocks, making it easier to build a diversified portfolio even with a small amount of money. This way, you can benefit from the growth of these big companies without having to invest a large sum up front. So, whether you're investing in index funds or fractional shares, you're setting yourself up for success by spreading your investments across a wide range of assets. This strategy not only helps in mitigating risks, but also positions you to take advantage of the growth potential in various sectors. Remember, the goal is to start small, stay consistent, and let your investments grow over time. With patience and the right strategy, your $50 today could turn into a substantial portfolio in the future. So take a deep breath, do your research, and start investing. The world of finance may seem daunting at first, but with the right tools and knowledge, you'll be well on your way to financial success. And remember, the key to successful investing is diversification, patience, and continuous learning. Happy investing! Alright, let's talk about the biggest mistake beginners make. Inconsistency. They get all gung-ho, invest a little bit here and there, and then life gets in the way. They start with enthusiasm, but soon, distractions and unexpected expenses take over. They forget to invest, they get scared when the market dips, or they spend their investment money on something else. It's easy to let emotions drive your decisions, especially when the market is volatile. Listen, I've been there, we've all been there. It's a common pitfall, but it's one you can avoid with the right strategy. But here's the secret sauce: automation. Automation takes the guesswork and emotion out of investing. Think of it like this. You wouldn't forget to pay your rent or your Netflix subscription, right? These are automated payments that happen without you having to think about them. That's because you've automated those payments. They're set up to happen on a regular schedule, ensuring you never miss them. They happen like clockwork, whether you think about them or not. This consistency is key to building a solid financial foundation. Well, investing should be no different. By automating your investments, you ensure that you're consistently putting money into the market. Most investment platforms allow you to set up recurring investments. This means you can decide on an amount and frequency, and the platform does the rest. It's like setting up a direct deposit, but instead of going into your checking account, it goes straight into your investment account. This way you're always investing, no matter what. So set it and forget it. Once it's set up, you don't have to worry about it. Your investments will grow over time without any additional effort from you. Make investing a non-negotiable part of your budget, just like any other bill. Treat it as an essential expense, not an optional one. This way, you're not relying on willpower or motivation, which, let's face it, can be fleeting. Automation ensures that your investment strategy is consistent, regardless of your mood or circumstances. You're building a system that works for you, even when you're busy, stressed, or tempted to spend that money elsewhere. It's a safeguard against the unpredictability of life. And here's another crucial tip: don't try to time the market. Consistent investing, regardless of market conditions, is a proven strategy for long-term success. Now, the goal here isn't to stay stuck at $50 forever. As you progress in your career, get raises, or maybe even start a side hustle, you should be increasing your investment amount accordingly. Remember, this is a journey, not a sprint. Think of it like this. Let's say you get a 3% raise at work. That's fantastic. But instead of spending that entire raise, what if you invested half of it? So if your raise is $100 per month, you could increase your monthly investment by $50. You still get to enjoy some of that extra income, but you're also boosting your investment growth significantly. And don't underestimate the power of windfalls. Maybe you get a bonus at work, sell some stuff online, or receive a tax refund. Instead of blowing it on something you'll forget about in a week, consider investing a portion of it. These lump sum investments can make a huge difference in the long run, especially when you give them time to grow. The key is to make investing a habit that evolves with your financial situation. As you earn more, invest more. So, what's stopping you? Seriously, I want you to ask yourself that question. Is it fear? Is it a lack of knowledge? Or is it simply the belief that you don't have enough money to make a difference? Because I'm here to tell you that those are just excuses. You don't need to be a Wall Street whiz kid to invest. You don't need a trust fund or a winning lottery ticket. All you need is $50, a little bit of courage, and the willingness to take that first step. Remember, $50 today can turn into thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars in the future, but only if you take action. Don't let procrastination steal your financial future. Don't let fear keep you stuck on the sidelines. This is your moment to take control, build wealth, and create the future you deserve. So, here's what I want you to do right now. First, pick one investing app. Any of the ones we talked about will do.
What if I told you that just a few extra hours a week could put an extra $500 or more into your pocket? What would an extra $500 mean to you? Would it be the difference between barely scraping by and finally feeling financially secure? Would it be the ability to finally start investing, go on that dream vacation, or just have some breathing room in your budget? Whatever your reason, I'm sure you'll agree. Making more money is almost always a good thing. Now, you might be thinking, Graham, I already have a job. I don't have time for a second one, and I get it. But here's the thing. Most people severely underestimate the power of side hustles. They think of them as these small-time gigs that barely make a dent. But the truth is, a well-chosen side hustle can be incredibly lucrative, especially in today's digital age. In this video, I'm going to break down 5 of the absolute best side hustles that can easily earn you an extra $500 a month, or potentially way more if you put in the work. So if you're ready to take control of your finances and start building a brighter future, let's dive right in. Okay, first up, let's talk about freelance writing. Now, if you're someone who can string a sentence together, pay attention because this could be your golden ticket. Businesses, blogs, websites, everyone and their grandma needs written content these days. Whether it's blog posts, website copy, social media captions, email newsletters, you name it, there's a huge demand for skilled writers. And the best part, you don't need a fancy degree or years of experience to get started. If you can write clearly, concisely, and engage an audience, you've got what it takes. So how do you break into the world of freelance writing? Well, first off, choose a niche. This could be anything from personal finance, my personal favorite of course, to tech, health, travel, you name it. Pick something you're interested in and that you can write about knowledgeably. Next, you'll need some writing samples. Create a few high-quality pieces showcasing your skills and publish them on a platform like Medium or even your own personal blog. Now comes the fun part, finding clients. Websites like Upwork, Fiverr, and ProBlogger are fantastic places to connect with potential clients. When you're just starting out, don't be afraid to set competitive rates. You're building a portfolio and reputation. Aim for around 5 cents to 10 cents per word, and gradually increase your rates as you gain experience and positive feedback. Remember, consistency is key in the freelance writing world. The more you write, the better you'll get and the more money you'll make. Next up, we're diving into the world of passive income with print on demand, or POD for short. Imagine this. You create a cool design once, upload it to a platform, and then people all over the world can buy it on t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, phone cases, you name it. Every time someone makes a purchase, the product gets printed and shipped directly to them, and you collect a profit. It's like having your own online merch store without any of the hassle of inventory, shipping, or customer service. One of the best things about print on demand is that there are absolutely no upfront costs. You only pay when a product sells, making it a super low-risk way to start a side hustle. Plus, the income potential is virtually unlimited. A single design can generate passive income for years to come, especially if it resonates with a large audience. And with platforms like Printful, Teespring, and Redbubble, You can easily tap into a global market and sell your designs to customers worldwide. So how do you get started with print on demand? First things first, you'll need to create some designs. Don't worry, you don't need to be a graphic design whiz. Tools like Canva and Photoshop offer tons of templates and resources to help you create eye-catching designs, even if you're a complete beginner. Once you've got some designs ready, sign up for a print-on-demand platform, upload your designs, set your prices, and start promoting. Speaking of promotion, social media is your best friend when it comes to print-on-demand. Share your designs, run targeted ads, and engage with potential customers in relevant Facebook groups or online communities. Chapter 3. Online tutoring, share your knowledge, earn big bucks. All right, are you someone who aced every test in school? Do your friends come to you for help with their homework? If so, online tutoring could be your perfect side hustle. There's a massive demand for knowledgeable and patient tutors in subjects like math, science, English, test prep, you name it. And with the rise of online learning, you can literally teach from anywhere in the world, as long as you have a stable internet connection. One of the biggest perks of online tutoring is the earning potential. Depending on your experience, the subject you teach, and the platform you use, you can easily make anywhere from $25 to $50 per hour or even more. That's some serious side hustle money. And the best part? You don't necessarily need a teaching degree to get started. While having some teaching experience is definitely a plus, many platforms are open to tutors from all backgrounds as long as they have a solid grasp of the subject matter. So how do you break into the world of online tutoring? First, choose a subject that you're passionate about and that you excel in. Math, English, and coding are always in high demand, but don't be afraid to explore more niche subjects if you have expertise in a particular area. Next, sign up on a reputable online tutoring platform like Wizant, TutorMe, or Cambly. These platforms connect you with students worldwide who are looking for help in your chosen subject. When you're creating your tutor profile, be sure to highlight your experience, qualifications, and teaching style. Start with competitive rates to attract students and build your reputation. Chapter 4. Flipping items for profit, turn trash into treasure. Now this next side hustle is for all you bargain hunters and treasure seekers out there. Have you ever heard the saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure? Well, it's true. Flipping items for profit is all about finding undervalued items, whether it's at garage sales, thrift stores, online marketplaces, or even just lying around your house, and then reselling them for a higher price. It's a fantastic way to make quick cash, declutter your life, and maybe even find some hidden gems along the way. One of the best things about flipping is that you can start with very little investment. You can literally start with just a few dollars and gradually scale up as you learn the ropes and start making profits. Plus, the profit potential is huge. Some items can be flipped for double, triple, or even 10 times their original price, depending on their rarity, condition, and demand. So how do you get started with flipping? First, you need to find your inventory. Garage sales, thrift stores, and online marketplaces like Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist are gold mines for finding undervalued items. Once you've found something that catches your eye, do your research. Check eBay, Mercari, and other online marketplaces to see what similar items are selling for. This will give you an idea of the item's potential resale value and help you determine if it's a worthwhile flip. When you're ready to list your items, take high-quality photos, write clear and detailed descriptions, and set competitive prices. Be honest about the item's condition and be prepared to negotiate with potential buyers. Chapter 5. Social Media Management, become a digital marketing guru. Last but not least, let's talk about social media management. In today's digital age, every business, big or small, needs a strong online presence. But let's face it, not everyone has the time, energy, or know-how to manage their social media effectively. That's where you come in. As a social media manager, you're the mastermind behind the scenes, crafting engaging content, scheduling posts, running ads, and building a loyal following for your clients. The demand for skilled social media managers is absolutely exploding right now. Businesses are willing to pay top dollar to have someone who can manage their online presence effectively and help them reach their target audience. Depending on your experience, the number of clients you manage, and the services you offer, you can easily charge anywhere from $300 to $1,000 per client per month. And the best part? You don't need a fancy marketing degree to get started. While having some marketing knowledge is definitely a plus, most of the skills you need can be learned online through free resources and tutorials. So, how do you break into the world of social media management? First, educate yourself. YouTube is a goldmine for free social media marketing tutorials. Learn the ins and outs of different platforms, understand how to create engaging content, and familiarize yourself with social media analytics. Once you feel confident in your abilities, start offering your services on platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, and even Facebook groups dedicated to entrepreneurs and small businesses. When you're first starting out, don't be afraid to take on smaller clients or offer discounted rates to build your portfolio and gain experience. There you have it, 5 incredible side hustles that can easily add an extra $500 or more to your monthly income. Whether you're a wordsmith, a design enthusiast, a natural teacher, a bargain hunter, or a social media guru, there's a side hustle out there that aligns with your skills and interests. The possibilities are truly endless. But here's the key takeaway. Taking action is crucial. Don't just watch this video and think, oh, that sounds nice. Choose one of these side hustles that resonates with you and commit to taking action. You might be surprised at how quickly your side hustle income can grow. So what are you waiting for? Your financial future starts now. Hit that like button if you found this video helpful, subscribe for more money-making tips, and let me know in the comments which side hustle you're most excited to try. Imagine waking up every morning knowing that you owe thousands of dollars, and no matter how hard you work, it feels like you're drowning in payments. You lay awake at night staring at the ceiling, wondering if you'll ever be free from the weight of these bills. Sound familiar? Listen, you're not alone. The average American household is buried under over $90,000 in debt. But let me tell you something, there's a way out. This isn't just another budget and save lecture. This is your blueprint to becoming debt-free as quickly and efficiently as possible. So if you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck, if you're ready to finally ditch those debt collectors and start building a future you're excited about, then stay with me until the end of this video. This video could change your life. The first step to conquering your debt is to stop running from it. You need to face it head on. I know it's scary, but you gotta look that monster in the eye. It's the only way to start making progress. Most folks avoid looking at their debt because it's overwhelming, but ignorance isn't bliss, it's expensive. The longer you ignore it, the worse it gets. You can't fix what you don't acknowledge, so let's start by getting a clear picture of what you owe. So grab a cup of coffee, sit down with all your statements, and let's get real. This is your moment to take control. Write down every single debt you owe. Credit cards, student loans, car loans, personal loans, even money you owe to family or friends. Write it all down, every single penny. Don't leave anything out, no matter how small or embarrassing. This is about honesty. Next to each debt, list the interest rate and the minimum payment. This will help you prioritize. This information is crucial because it shows you exactly how much that debt is costing you and where to focus your energy. Knowledge is power. Now add up all those debts to get your total debt number. This is your starting point. This is the figure you're going to be chipping away at, and trust me, seeing it in black and white can be both terrifying and motivating. It's a reality check. To make this process easier and keep yourself organized, use a budgeting app like Mint or YNAB. These tools can simplify your journey. If apps aren't your thing, a simple spreadsheet works just as well. The key is to stay organized. Remember, this exercise isn't about shame or guilt, it's about taking control. You're taking the first step towards financial freedom. Now that you have a clear picture of your debt, it's time to choose your weapon, your debt-crushing strategy. This is a crucial step in your journey to financial freedom. There are two main approaches, the snowball method and the avalanche method. Each has its own unique advantages and can be highly effective. Both are effective, but the best one for you depends on your personality and financial situation. Understanding your own financial habits and preferences is key. Let's start with the snowball method. This method is designed to give you quick wins and build your confidence. This is like a psychological win factory. It's all about gaining momentum and keeping your spirits high. With the snowball, you list your debts from smallest to largest, regardless of interest rates. This way, you can tackle the smallest debts first. You then focus all your extra money on paying down the smallest debt first, while making minimum payments on everything else. This focused approach helps you see progress quickly. Why start small? Because every time you completely pay off a debt, no matter how small, you gain momentum. This momentum can be incredibly motivating. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, getting bigger and more powerful with each rotation. The more debts you pay off, the more motivated you become. This method is great for folks who need quick wins to stay motivated. It's perfect for those who thrive on seeing immediate results. Now, the avalanche method is for the more analytical minds, those who prefer a strategic approach, the folks who want to save the most money on interest. This method is all about efficiency and long-term savings. With this method, you target the debt with the highest interest rate first, regardless of the balance. This helps you minimize the amount of interest you pay over time. Think of it like this. The debt with the highest interest rate is like a fire that's burning your money the fastest. By extinguishing this fire first, you save more money. The avalanche method might take a bit longer to see those initial wins, but it saves you the most money in the long run. It's a marathon, not a sprint. The key is to pick a method and stick to it like glue. Consistency and commitment are your best allies in this journey to becoming debt-free. Listen, you don't have to live like a pauper to get out of debt, but you do need to get serious about your spending. It's time to cut the fat and free up some cash to throw at those debts. Remember, every dollar you save is a dollar closer to financial freedom. Start by identifying your unnecessary expenses. These are the things you can live without, at least temporarily. Look for quick wins like canceling unused subscriptions. Do you really need 5 streaming services? Probably not. Cut back on eating out. Those takeout meals add up faster than you think. Shop smarter at the grocery store. Plan your meals, use coupons, and buy generic brands whenever possible. Pause luxury spending. New clothes, gadgets, vacations, those can wait. Right now, your priority is getting out of debt. Here's a challenge for you. Pick one major expense to cut for the next 30 days. Whatever it is, commit to cutting it out completely for 30 days and put the money you save towards your debt. You'll be surprised how much you can save with a little discipline. Now, while cutting expenses is important, let's talk about the real game changer boosting your income. Remember, you can only cut back so much, but there's no limit to how much you can earn. More money coming in means more money to throw at those debts. The gig economy is booming, and there are countless side hustle opportunities available to you. Freelancing is a great option if you have skills that are in demand. Offer your services online as a writer, graphic designer, virtual assistant, or whatever your talents may be. Online tutoring is another lucrative option. If you're good at math, science, English, or any other subject, you can tutor students online and earn extra cash. Got a knack for selling? Turn your clutter into cash by selling unused items online or at consignment shops. Delivery gigs are another popular option. Sign up with Uber Eats, DoorDash, or Grubhub and deliver food in your spare time. Don't underestimate the power of a part-time job, even if it's just a few hours a week. Remember, every extra dollar you earn should go directly toward your debt, not extra spending. You know what a lot of folks don't realize? You have more power than you think when it comes to your debt. Did you know you can lower your interest rates just by asking? That's right, you don't have to accept the terms you were initially given. Pick up the phone and call your creditors. Explain your situation, be polite but firm, and ask for a lower interest rate. Even a 1 to 2% reduction can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. If you're struggling to make your monthly payments, don't be afraid to ask for a temporary payment reduction or a deferment. Most creditors would rather work with you than send you to collections. Another option is to explore balance transfer offers with 0% APR for a promotional period. This can be a great way to save money on interest while you focus on paying down your balance. Negotiating with creditors can feel intimidating, but remember, the worst they can say is no. Listen, getting out of debt isn't about making one big heroic payment. It's about building consistent habits that get you closer to your goal day after day. And the best way to stay consistent is to automate as much as possible. Set up automatic payments for your debts so you never miss a due date. This not only protects your credit score, but also ensures that you're making progress every single month, even if it's just the minimum payment. Once you have automatic payments in place, consider making extra payments whenever possible, even if it's just $10 or $20 here and there. Those extra payments, no matter how small, add up over time and help you pay down your principal faster. To stay motivated and track your progress, schedule a weekly debt date with yourself. During this time, review your budget, track your spending, and celebrate your wins. Treat your debt payments like a non-negotiable expense, just like your rent or mortgage. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, the journey to debt freedom can be tough. It's a path filled with obstacles and challenges that can sometimes feel overwhelming. There will be times when you want to give up, when you feel like you're not making progress fast enough. It's during these moments that your resolve will be tested the most. But it's crucial that you stay motivated and stay the course. Remember why you started this journey in the first place and keep your end goals in sight. One of the best ways to stay motivated is to celebrate your wins along the way. No matter how small they may seem, each victory is a step closer to your ultimate goal. Did you pay off a credit card? Treat yourself to a small, guilt-free reward. It's important to acknowledge your progress and give yourself a pat on the back. Did you hit a milestone in your debt payoff journey? Celebrate it. These moments of recognition will fuel your motivation. These small victories will keep you going when things get tough. They serve as reminders of how far you've come and how capable you are of reaching your goals. Find an accountability partner, a friend, family member, or mentor who will support you on your journey. Having someone to share your experiences with can make a huge difference. Share your goals, your struggles, and your successes with them. Their encouragement and support can be invaluable. Having someone to hold you accountable can make all the difference. They can help keep you on track and motivated. Just as important as paying off old debt is avoiding new debt. It's essential to change your habits to prevent falling back into the same traps. Cut up those credit cards. If they're not available, you can't use them impulsively. If you're tempted to use them, freeze them in a block of ice. Live within your means and avoid unnecessary expenses. If you can't afford it in cash, you can't afford it. Period. This mindset will help you stay disciplined. Delay gratification and save up for the things you want. This approach not only helps you avoid debt, but also makes your purchases more meaningful. Becoming debt-free isn't just a dream, it's a choice. It's about taking control of your finances, your future, and your life. The sooner you start, the faster you'll break free from the chains of debt and experience the incredible feeling of financial freedom. Now it's your turn. I want to hear from you. What's your number one biggest debt struggle? Let me know in the comments below. Remember, your debt-free life is closer than you think, but it starts with one decision today. Let's make it happen. Imagine waking up one day in your 60s, finally free from work, living in your dream home, and traveling the world without ever having to worry about money. That's the dream, right? But here's the thing. That dream doesn't just magically happen. It takes planning, it takes discipline, and most importantly, it takes time. Now, what if I told you that the biggest factor in achieving that dream retirement isn't some secret investment strategy or winning the lottery? It's simply starting early. See, most people put off saving for retirement until their 30s, 40s, or even later. They think they have plenty of time. But the truth is, when it comes to building wealth, time is your most valuable asset. The earlier you start, the less you have to save, and the more money you'll have in the long run. So if you're in your 20s and serious about retiring rich, this video is for you. We're diving deep into exactly how to set yourself up for financial freedom, even if you're starting from zero. Stay tuned. Look, I get it. When you're in your 20s, retirement seems like a lifetime away. You're thinking about paying off student loans, maybe buying a car, or traveling the world. Retirement just isn't top of mind. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Time is more powerful than money when it comes to investing. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say you invest just $100 a month starting at age 22. And let's assume you invest that money in a simple S&P 500 index fund, which historically earns an average of 10% per year. Now, by the time you hit 60 years old, that small, consistent $100 investment will have grown to over $700,000. Think about that for a second. Over $700,000 without ever having to increase your contributions just because you started early. Now, let's say you wait until you're 40 to start investing that same $100 a month. By 60, you'd only have around $150,000. That's a massive difference. And it all comes down to the power of compound interest. Compound interest is like magic. It's the snowball effect of earning interest on your interest year after year. And the earlier you start, the more time your money has to compound and grow exponentially. The bottom line is this: you don't need to be making a ton of money to start saving for retirement. What you need is time. So start now, even if it's just with a small amount. Your future self will thank you for it. All right, so you understand the importance of starting early, but how do you actually make saving a habit? Especially when you're young and have other financial goals, the answer is simple. Pay yourself first. This means that before you spend a single dollar of your paycheck on anything else, rent, groceries, going out, whatever, you automatically set aside a portion for your future self. Think of it like this. Your retirement savings aren't leftovers. They're a non-negotiable expense, just like your rent or your phone bill. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I can barely afford my bills as it is. How am I supposed to save anything? And listen, I hear you. But here's the thing, you don't have to start with a huge amount. Even if it's just 5% or 10% of your paycheck, the key is to make it automatic. Set up a direct deposit from your checking account to your retirement account the moment you get paid. That way, you're less likely to spend the money on something else. And as you start earning more money, make sure to increase your savings rate. It's all about building that habit now. Trust me, once you get into the rhythm of paying yourself first, it becomes second nature. And over time, those small, consistent contributions will add up to a significant nest egg. Let's talk about free money, because who doesn't love free money? When it comes to retirement savings, there are some amazing perks and benefits that can seriously boost your wealth-building journey. First up, if your employer offers a 401k match, you absolutely need to take advantage of it. This is literally free money that your employer is giving you just for saving for retirement. Here's how it works. Let's say your employer matches 100% of your contributions up to 5% of your salary. That means if you're making $40,000 a year and you contribute 5% of your salary, which is $2,000, your employer will match that amount dollar for dollar, giving you another $2,000. That's an instant 100% return on your investment before you even factor in any market gains. It's like getting a free raise. Now, if your employer doesn't offer a 401k or you're self-employed, don't worry. You can still take advantage of tax-advantaged retirement accounts like a Roth IRA. A Roth IRA is awesome because it lets your money grow tax-free. That means when you retire and start withdrawing money, you won't owe any taxes on your earnings. It's like a secret weapon for building wealth. The bottom line is this: don't leave free money on the table. Take advantage of employer matches and tax-advantaged retirement accounts like 401ks and Roth IRAs to supercharge your savings. All right, so you're saving consistently and taking advantage of free money. Now it's time to put that money to work for you by investing it wisely. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Investing? Isn't that risky? Don't I need to be a financial expert to do it right? And listen, I get it. The world of investing can seem intimidating, especially if you're new to it. But here's the good news. You don't have to be a Wall Street whiz to invest successfully. In fact, the best investment strategy for most people, especially beginners, is incredibly simple: index funds. Index funds are like the superheroes of the investing world. They're low-cost, diversified investments that track a specific market index, like the S&P 500, which is a collection of 500 of the largest U.S. companies. Instead of trying to pick individual stocks, which is incredibly difficult to do consistently well, index funds allow you to invest in the entire market with a single investment. And the best part? Index funds have a long history of delivering solid returns. Over the past 30 years, the S&P 500 has returned an average of around 10% per year. So, how do you get started with index funds? It's easier than you think. Most 401ks and Roth IRAs offer a selection of low-cost index funds that you can choose from. Simply pick a target date fund which automatically adjusts its asset allocation as you get closer to retirement, or a broad market index fund like the S&P 500. Once you've invested in your index funds, the key is to stay the course. Don't panic sell if the market takes a dip. Remember, you're investing for the long term, and over time, the market tends to go up. Now let's talk about how to free up even more money in your budget so you can save and invest even more for retirement. Because let's face it, sometimes it feels like there's just not enough money left over at the end of the month to save. But here's the thing, there's almost always room for improvement when it comes to your finances. You just have to know where to look. First up, let's talk about cutting expenses. Take a close look at your spending habits and identify areas where you can cut back without sacrificing your happiness. Are there any subscriptions you're paying for that you don't use? Can you cook at home more often instead of eating out? Are you an impulse shopper? These small changes might not seem like much individually, but they can add up to significant savings over time, and that's more money you can put towards your future. Now let's talk about the other side of the equation, increasing your income. Earning more money gives you more financial flexibility and allows you to save and invest more aggressively. There are tons of ways to increase your income, from side hustles and freelancing to negotiating a raise or starting a business. The key is to identify your skills and interests and find ways to monetize them. Even an extra $50 or $100 a week can make a big difference in your savings over time. Congratulations! You're well on your way to retiring rich by starting early, saving consistently, and investing wisely. But here's the thing. Building wealth takes time and discipline. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And the biggest mistake you can make is cashing out early. I know it can be tempting to dip into your retirement savings if you're facing a financial emergency or a big purchase. But here's the thing. When you cash out early, you're not just losing the money you withdraw. You're also losing out on all the potential growth that money could have earned over time. Plus, you'll likely get hit with hefty penalties and taxes, which can significantly eat into your savings. So what should you do instead? First and foremost, build an emergency fund. Having 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses in a separate savings account can help you cover unexpected costs without having to touch your retirement savings. Second, stay focused on your long-term goals. Remember why you started saving in the first place. Visualize your dream retirement and let that motivate you to stay the course. And finally, don't be afraid to seek professional help if you need it. A financial advisor can help you create a personalized retirement plan and provide guidance along the way. The bottom line is this: stay patient, stay consistent, and never cash out early. Listen, I know that thinking about retirement in your 20s might not be the most exciting thing in the world, but trust me, your future self will thank you for making the smart choices now. Every dollar you invest today is a gift to your future self, a step towards financial freedom and a life lived on your terms. Remember, you don't have to be a millionaire to start saving for retirement. Start small, stay consistent, and let the power of compound interest work its magic. So, here's your action plan. First, commit to saving something today, even if it's just $10. Second, open a retirement account, whether it's a 401k or a Roth IRA, and set up automatic contributions. And third, invest in low-cost index funds and let your money grow over time. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one step you're going to take today to start saving for retirement? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future tips on achieving financial freedom. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Yo, what's up everybody? It's a Goho. We're talking about saving money today, and I know what you're thinking. Saving money is boring. But hold on, because what if I told you that you could save $1,000 this year without making huge sacrifices or working extra hours? Most people think saving money is hard, but the truth is, it's often just about making small, smart changes that add up over time. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you a ridiculously simple trick that could put an extra $1,000 in your pocket without changing your lifestyle. Stick around, because this one hack might just be the easiest financial win of your life. The biggest mistake people make when trying to save is relying on willpower. We think we can resist the urge to spend, but let's face it, willpower is a limited resource. Let's be honest, if we see money sitting in our checking account, we're going to spend it. It's human nature. The temptation is just too strong. We want that new phone, those concert tickets, that delicious takeout. These are the little luxuries that make life enjoyable, but they can also drain our finances. That's why the key is to make saving invisible. When you don't see the money, you don't think about spending it. We've got to outsmart ourselves. It's about creating a system that works in our favor, not against us. Think of it like this. You ever notice how much money disappears from your account after taxes? It's almost like it was never there to begin with. You don't even think about it, right? It's just gone. You've adapted to living on what's left. We're going to do the same thing with your savings. By making it automatic, you remove the decision-making process entirely. Here's how it works. Set up an automatic transfer of just $20 per week into a separate savings account. That's it. No fuss, no hassle. You won't even notice it's gone. It's such a small amount that it won't impact your daily life. Seriously, $20, that's like one less trip to Starbucks. Or maybe skipping a takeout meal once a week. Why does this work? Because when money is out of sight, it's out of mind. You're not constantly reminded of it, so you're not tempted to spend it. You won't be tempted to spend it if you don't even see it. It's a psychological trick that works wonders. It's like magic, but for your bank account. Over time, you'll see your savings grow without any extra effort. And guess what? $20 per week adds up to $1,040 per year without you lifting a finger. That's a significant amount of money. That's right, over $1,000 just by automating your savings. Imagine the possibilities with that extra cash. Imagine what you could do with an extra grand. You could finally book that vacation you've been dreaming of. Exploring new places and creating unforgettable memories. Buy that new camera you've been eyeing, capturing moments in high quality, or even just have some peace of mind knowing you have a little cushion in your savings. Financial security is priceless. The best part is, once you set up the automatic transfer, you don't have to think about it again. It's a set it and forget it system. It just happens in the background while you focus on more important things. You can live your life without the stress of constantly managing your savings. Trust me, this is one of the easiest and most effective ways to save money without even trying. It's a game changer. So go ahead, set up that automatic transfer today and watch your savings grow. You'll be amazed at how quickly it adds up. Alright, let's talk about another sneaky money pit: subscriptions. We've all been there. You sign up for a free trial, forget to cancel, and boom, you're suddenly paying $10 a month for something you don't even use. Most people are subscribed to at least 3 services they don't even use. That gym membership you swore you'd use but haven't stepped foot in for months? Yeah, that's costing you. Or how about that extra streaming service you signed up for just to watch one show? Let's be real, you're probably just binge watching The Office on repeat anyway. And don't even get me started on those forgotten app renewals. You know, that $2.99 a month for an app you haven't opened in a year? It all adds up, people. So here's what we're gonna do. Take 10 minutes to review your bank statements and cancel at least one subscription that you don't need. Seriously, just 10 minutes. You can do it while you're waiting for your coffee to brew. By cutting just one $10 subscription, you save $120 a year. Effortlessly. That's $120 you can put towards something you actually care about. And if you're feeling really ambitious, why not cancel 2 subscriptions or 3? Imagine the possibilities. Look, I get it. Canceling subscriptions can be a pain, but trust me, it's worth it. Think of it this way. Every time you cancel a subscription you're not using, you're basically giving yourself a raise. Who doesn't want a raise? So go on, grab your phone or laptop, open up your bank statements, and let the subscription purge begin. Okay, let's talk about something we all love, getting money back. And no, I'm not talking about finding a crumpled up $20 bill in your old jeans pocket, although that's always a nice surprise. I'm talking about cashback apps and programs. These are digital tools that reward you for spending money, essentially giving you a percentage of your purchase back. These things are like magic wands that sprinkle free money on all your purchases. Imagine every time you buy something, a little bit of that money comes back to you. Instead of changing your spending habits, just earn money back on purchases you're already making. It's a seamless way to save without any extra effort. It's like getting paid to shop. Who wouldn't want that? You get to enjoy your shopping experience while also feeling good about the money you're saving. There are tons of cashback apps out there, like Rakuten, Honey, and Ibotta. Each of these apps has its own unique features and benefits, so you can choose the one that best fits your shopping habits. These apps partner with all sorts of stores and brands, so you can earn cashback on everything from groceries to clothes to electronics. Whether you're buying your weekly groceries or splurging on a new gadget, there's a cashback opportunity waiting for you. And don't forget about your credit card's cashback program. Many credit cards offer cashback rewards, and they can be a great way to maximize your savings. Many credit cards offer 1 to 2% cashback on all purchases, and some even offer bonus cashback categories. For example, you might get extra cashback on dining, travel, or groceries. Think about it. If you spend $500 a month on groceries, gas, and online shopping, and you're getting 2% cashback, that's $10 back in your pocket every month. It might not seem like much, but it adds up over time. Do that for a year and you've just earned yourself an extra $120, just for using the right credit card or cashback app. That's money you can use for something special or save for a rainy day. Now, I know what you're thinking. Graham, this all sounds great, but it's probably a pain to use these apps and programs. You might be worried about the time and effort it takes to set them up, but trust me, it's super easy. Most of these apps are user-friendly and take just a few minutes to set up. Once they're up and running, they do most of the work for you. Most cashback apps work in the background, so you don't even have to think about it. They automatically track your purchases and apply the cashback to your account. Just shop like you normally would and watch the cashback roll in. You'll get notifications when you earn cashback, and it's always a pleasant surprise. And the best part is, you can use cashback apps and programs in conjunction with other money-saving strategies, like the invisible savings trick we talked about earlier. This way, you can maximize your savings and make the most out of every dollar you spend. So start using cashback apps and programs today and turn your everyday spending into opportunities to earn free money. It's a simple, effective way to boost your savings without changing your lifestyle. All right, let's spice things up with a little challenge. Don't worry, it's not a burpee challenge or anything like that. This challenge is all about saving money and having fun while doing it. I'm talking about the no spend challenge. Here's how it works. For 1 week, you commit to not spending any money on non-essential items. That means no takeout, no impulse buys at the checkout line, no online shopping sprees. Basically, if you don't absolutely need it to survive, you don't buy it. Now I know what you're thinking. Graham, a whole week without spending money, that sounds impossible, but trust me, it's not as hard as it seems. Plus, it's only for 7 days. You can do anything for 7 days, right? Think of it as a fun little game. Challenge yourself to see how much money you can save in a week. You might be surprised at how much you're actually spending on things you don't need. Most people easily save $50 to $100 in a single no-spend week. That's right, just by cutting out unnecessary spending for 7 days. And the best part is, you can customize the challenge to fit your lifestyle. If you can't live without your daily coffee, that's fine. Just make it at home instead of buying it from a coffee shop. Do this 4 times a year, and you've just saved another $400 without changing your lifestyle. That's an extra $400 you can put towards your savings goals, your debt, or even just treat yourself to something nice. The No Spend Challenge is a great way to reset your spending habits, become more mindful of your finances, and save a good chunk of change in the process. It's not just about saving money. It's about understanding where your money goes and making conscious choices. You might find yourself cooking more at home, enjoying meals with family, and discovering new recipes. Or perhaps you'll spend more time on hobbies you love but never had time for. You could even take this opportunity to explore free activities like walking in the park or visiting a local museum. Every small change adds up, and by the end of the week, you'll see the difference in your savings. The sense of accomplishment you'll feel is priceless. So, are you ready to take on the No Spend Challenge? Let's do this together and see how much we can save. So let's recap. Automatic savings, $1,040 per year. Cancel 1 subscription, $120 per year. Cashback savings, $120 per year. No Spend Challenge, $400 per year. That's $1,680 saved just by making tiny changes. Saving money doesn't have to be complicated. The key is to set up small habits that work automatically, so you can focus on enjoying your life while your savings grow. Now I have a challenge for you. Pick one of these hacks and start today. Let me know in the comments which one you're going to try first. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more smart money tips, and share this with someone who needs to start saving. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. What if I told you that your credit score could be the difference between getting your dream home or being stuck paying sky-high interest rates for years? It sounds crazy, but it's true. Your credit score is like this secret financial grade that follows you everywhere. Most people don't realize just how powerful a good credit score is until it's too late. They get denied for loans, can't rent that amazing apartment, or get stuck with interest rates that are through the roof. But don't worry, I'm here to help. Today, I'm going to show you how to boost your credit score fast and take control of your financial future. We're talking actionable steps you can start using today to see real results. So if you're tired of being denied loans or paying ridiculously high interest, stay with me until the end. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Your credit report is like a financial report card. It tells lenders how responsible you've been with borrowing and repaying money. Think of it like this. If you were a bank, would you lend money to someone with a history of late payments or unpaid debts? Probably not. That's why it's crucial to check your credit report regularly for any errors or inaccuracies. You'd be surprised how often mistakes happen. We're talking about incorrect account balances, payments marked late when they weren't, or even accounts that don't belong to you. These errors can seriously drag down your score, making it harder to get approved for loans or credit cards. But the good news is, Fixing them is often easier than you think. In the next section, I'm going to show you exactly where to get your free credit report and how to dispute any errors you find. Stay tuned. This is important stuff. Here's the deal. You're entitled to a free credit report from each of the 3 major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, every 12 months. That's right, totally free. To get yours, head over to annualcreditreport.com. Don't go to any other site claiming to offer free reports, as they might be scams or try to upsell you on services you don't need. Stick with annualcreditreport.com, It's the official site. Once you have your reports, take some time to go through them carefully. Look for any discrepancies like incorrect personal information, accounts you don't recognize, or late payments that you know were made on time. If you find any errors, don't panic. Disputing them is actually pretty straightforward. You can usually do it online or by mail, and the credit bureau is required to investigate your claim. This simple step could give your score an instant boost. All right, let's talk about credit utilization. This is a fancy term for how much of your available credit you're actually using. Think of it like this. If you have a credit card with a $10,000 limit and you're currently carrying a $5,000 balance, your credit utilization is 50%. High credit utilization is a major red flag for lenders. It tells them that you're relying heavily on credit and might be a higher risk for defaulting on your payments. Ideally, you want to keep your credit utilization below 30%. But here's the pro tip. Aiming for below 10% is even better. This shows lenders that you're responsible with credit and not maxing out your cards every month. So, how do you lower your credit utilization? It's simple. Pay down your balances. If you have high credit card balances, the best thing you can do for your credit score is to start paying them down as soon as possible. Remember, the lower your balances, the lower your credit utilization, and the better your score will be. Don't wait until the due date to make just the minimum payment. Instead, consider making multiple payments per month. This helps you pay down your balance faster and can also reduce the amount of interest you accrue. Another strategy is to look into balance transfer credit cards. These cards often come with introductory 0% APR periods, giving you some breathing room to pay down your debt without accruing interest charges. Lowering your credit utilization is one of the fastest ways to boost your credit score. It shows lenders you're responsible with credit and can handle your finances effectively. Let's talk about a simple trick to boost your credit score without spending extra credit limit increases. Credit utilization plays a huge role in your score. Maxing out a card screams high risk to lenders. Increase your limit, keep spending the same, and look safer. Be strategic. Don't ask for a limit increase to shop more. Lower your credit utilization, not rack up more debt. Show lenders you're responsible with credit. Keep spending in check, pay bills on time, and handle a higher limit. Your credit score will thank you. Don't ask for a $10,000 increase if you're only making $3,000 a month. Start with a reasonable amount and see how it goes. And hey, even if you're initially denied, don't be discouraged. Call the credit card company and politely ask why your request was denied. It could be something as simple as a recent late payment that you can easily explain. Remember, communication is key. Let's be real, life gets busy. We've all been there. Juggling work, family, and a million other things, and sometimes paying bills on time can slip our minds. But here's the thing. When it comes to your credit score, even one missed payment can have a significant impact. Think of your credit report like a financial report card. Every on-time payment is a gold star, while every late payment is a big, fat red mark. And just like in school, those marks can stay on your record for years. The good news is, there's a simple solution: automation. By setting up automatic payments for your credit cards and other bills, you can ensure that you never miss a payment deadline again, even if you forget. Trust me, setting up autopay is one of the easiest and most effective ways to build a solid credit history. Setting up autopay is usually a breeze. Most banks and credit card companies offer this feature through their online portals or mobile apps. You can choose to pay the minimum balance due, the statement balance, or even the full balance each month. Personally, I recommend setting up autopay for at least the minimum amount due. This way, you'll never get hit with a late payment fee, even if you forget about the bill entirely. Plus, it shows lenders that you're committed to making at least the minimum payments on time, which can reflect positively on your credit worthiness. Now, I know some people are hesitant to use autopay because they're afraid they might overdraft their account. But don't worry, you can easily set up alerts to notify you before a payment is processed, giving you ample time to make adjustments if needed. Remember, autopay isn't about relinquishing control of your finances. It's about simplifying your life and ensuring that your credit score stays in tip-top shape. So why not take advantage of this powerful tool and automate your way to a brighter financial future? Alright, let's talk about those of you who are new to the credit game or maybe haven't had the best track record in the past. Building credit from scratch can seem daunting, but I'm here to tell you it's absolutely possible, and it might happen faster than you think. One of the quickest and easiest ways to jumpstart your credit journey is by becoming an authorized user on someone else's credit card. This basically means you're added to an existing account and get the benefit of that card's positive payment history, even if you don't actually use the card yourself. Now, before you go asking your friend with the highest credit limit, there are a few things to keep in mind. First and foremost, you want to make sure the primary cardholder has a good credit history themselves. Look for someone who consistently pays their bills on time and maintains a low credit utilization ratio. Secondly, communication is key. Be upfront with the primary cardholder about your intentions and make sure they understand that their responsible credit behavior will directly impact your credit score. If becoming an authorized user isn't an option, don't sweat it. There are plenty of other ways to build credit from scratch. One popular option is a credit builder loan. These loans are specifically designed to help people establish or rebuild their credit history. Essentially, you borrow a small amount of money, which is typically held in a savings account until you've repaid the loan in full. Your payments are reported to the credit bureaus, helping you establish a positive payment history. Another option is to explore services like Experian Boost. This service allows you to get credit for on-time rent and utility payments, which are typically not reported to credit bureaus. By linking your bank accounts to Experian Boost, you can potentially give your credit score a nice little bump. Remember, building credit takes time and effort, but it's a crucial step towards achieving your financial goals. Whether you're starting from scratch or just looking to improve your existing score, there are plenty of options available. So stay informed, stay proactive, and watch your credit score soar. Now let's talk about diversifying your credit mix. You see, having a good mix of credit shows lenders you're responsible with different types of debt. It's like having a diverse investment portfolio, but instead of stocks and bonds, it's credit cards and loans. Think of it this way. If all you have are credit cards, it might look like you're reliant on high-interest debt. But if you add in something like an auto loan or a mortgage that you're paying on time, it shows you can handle different types of credit responsibly. That being said, you don't need to go out and get a mortgage just to improve your credit mix, especially if you're not ready for that kind of commitment. A smaller personal loan or a secured loan can also do the trick. The key here is balance. Don't go overboard and open a bunch of new accounts all at once. Remember, each new account triggers a hard inquiry on your credit report, which can temporarily lower your score. We'll talk more about hard inquiries in a later chapter. I know some people are afraid of loans, and I get it. Debt can be scary, but not all debt is bad debt. A well-managed loan can help you build credit and save money. For example, you need a new car. You could save up and pay cash, or take an auto loan and invest your savings. Choose a low-interest loan, pay on time, and build credit. Not everyone should get a loan. Consider your financial situation carefully. A loan can build credit and achieve goals. Do your research and make informed decisions. You might think closing old credit cards you don't use anymore is a good idea, right? Less temptation to spend, less clutter in your wallet. But hold on, closing those accounts could actually hurt your credit score. Credit age makes up about 15% of your FICO score. The longer you've had credit, the better. Closing an old account shortens your credit history. This can lower your average account age. Lenders prefer a long, responsible credit history. So what should you do with those old accounts? If they have annual fees, ask to waive the fee or switch to a no-fee card. If they can't, closing might be best. But if it's a no-fee card, keep it open. It's a simple way to boost your credit age. Building good credit is a marathon, not a sprint. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Graham, I've got like 10 credit cards. Do I really need to keep them all open? And the answer is, probably not. Having too many open accounts can actually work against you, especially if you're not managing them responsibly. It's all about finding a balance. If you're worried about having too many cards, take a look at your credit report and see which ones are the oldest. Those are the ones you definitely want to keep open. You can consider closing newer accounts if you're not using them or if they have high annual fees. But remember, closing accounts should be a strategic decision, not a rash one. Before you close any account, think about the potential impact on your credit score and weigh the pros and cons. It's always a good idea to consult with a financial advisor if you're unsure about the best course of action. Remember, every little decision you make regarding your credit can have long-term consequences. By being mindful of your credit age and managing your accounts strategically, you can set yourself up for a brighter financial future. All right, let's talk about something called hard inquiries. Sounds kinda intense, right? Well, in the world of credit scores, they can be. Basically, a hard inquiry happens every time you apply for new credit, like a credit card, a car loan, a mortgage, or even something like a store credit card. Whenever you apply for credit, the lender pulls your credit report to see if you're a good risk. This pull is recorded as a hard inquiry on your report, and too many hard inquiries in a short period can actually lower your credit score. Think of it like this. If you're constantly applying for new credit, lenders might think you're desperate for cash, which can make you seem riskier. Now don't freak out if you see a few hard inquiries on your report. They're a normal part of managing your credit, and a couple of them here and there won't make a huge difference. The key is to be mindful of how many hard inquiries you're racking up and to space out your credit applications. So, how can you minimize the impact of hard inquiries on your credit score? Be strategic about when you apply for new credit. Shop for big loans within a short window, like 14 days. Check your credit report regularly to catch unauthorized inquiries. Understanding hard inquiries helps you maintain a healthy credit score. And there you have it, the ultimate guide to boosting your credit score fast. We've covered a ton of ground, from checking your credit report for errors to managing your credit utilization like a pro. Remember, your credit score is a reflection of your financial habits. And by making smart choices, you can build a strong credit history that will open doors for you in the future. By following the tips and strategies we've discussed in this video, you can see improvements in your credit score in just a few months. But remember, building good credit is a long-term game. It's about consistency, responsibility, and making informed decisions that align with your financial goals. If you're just starting out on your credit journey, don't get discouraged if your score isn't where you want it to be right now. Every step you take towards improving your credit is a step in the right direction. And hey, if you ever have any questions or need a little motivation, you know where to find me.